Hello and welcome back to the World Bowls Indoor Championships, and we've got another ladies singles group match for you. We have Scotland's Natalie McWilliams against Spain's Lisa Bonsor. So Lisa played earlier in the day, well they both played earlier in the day in the mixed pairs, but we did stream the game between Lisa and Pete from Spain and Julie and Michael from Scotland.
There is a shot the other side onto us, right? If you sit that, you pick it from there. You can see that's not really.
So this should be an interesting matchup. Natalie was the runner-up of the Scottish qualifier for this event, but Julie Forrest, who won it, already had a spot at this event as the defending champion. So Natalie's come along. Plenty of experience there, though.
If you go down there and get that into it, not the seam is over there.
So just by way of format of the game, so we've got 2 sets of 7 ends and then a 1 end tie break if needed.
Yes, yeah.
Be away. Brings it up. Close to the second.
Maybe number 2.
Better bowl there from Natalie from Scotland. Nicely behind the jack. Overall marker this afternoon is Nicola Nuri, one of our Guernsey Bowls Umpires Association umpires. Just having a quick look there to see if it's touching on the jack or it's just settled behind. Looks like there is a small gap as she hasn't marked it as a toucher. Just making sure there.
You said anything there's pretty good. Anything you get to
Lisa following that down. Looks on a good line.
your weight, whatever weight you're comfortable.
Weight's reasonably good for it as well. Nicely in front.
Yeah.
So Natalie sticking on the backhand there, looking to drop around the Lisa's pink bowl. Not quite giving it the weight though, dropping just over a yard short. Don't believe either of these ladies are particularly aggressive players. You know, Lisa's not looking to play into her wood there to move the jack back with her 2 back bowls. I suspect at this stage it's just a case of drawing, understanding the green and then going from there. Have had their 2 trial ends of course. All 4 bowls used in those 2 trial ends. Weight was very good for it. And as you can see out the corner of the screen, we've got plenty of other games going on this afternoon. 6 rinks here at the Guernsey Indoor Bowls Stadium. And the live scores across all 6 of those rinks are available on the World Bowls and the Guernsey Indoor Bowling website. And they're kept up to date as every end completes so that you can follow on your preferred countries at home. And Guernsey Indoor Bowling Association on the YouTube channel are also providing a static stream of another one of the rinks, which is Namibia against Guernsey. So that's available on the Guernsey Indoor Bowling YouTube. No commentary there, but just an additional extra stream should you wish to watch a specific country. Natalie here looking to add another one to her count, playing down the forehand. First part looks good, but I'm not completely convinced. Just dropped it slightly under the line again. So, first point, first end goes to Natalie. 1 shot to Scotland. And with apologies, I don't know if you're picking up the air conditioning unit on the stream, but the rabbit hutch was getting a little hot and stuffy, so we've just turned that on for a while. So Natalie there finding the weight a little better than Lisa, holding 2 shots. Just having a look at the group standings. So Natalie McWilliams of Scotland is currently topping that, having played 2 matches and won 2. Lisa the other end, having played 1 and lost 1. Bit of a mixed group. Malaysia, Turkey and South Africa in there as well. Joining me again here after a short break is Ian. Welcome back.
Glad to be back into the little rabbit hutch. I missed it. Fresh air didn't feel right.
You just turned off the air conditioning I mentioned. Oh well. So, good draw there by Lisa. I think she's probably got the shot out of that, which is a good result, having played a couple through the jack.
Your bowl is shot.
You can see the marker there asking some questions. Marcus Nicole. And all the markers for this event have been provided by the Guernsey Bowls Umpires Association. All volunteers, various levels of experience. Nicole being one of our, I guess, more experienced markers, one of our qualified umpires here in the island. Small cohort of umpires services the 3 outdoor clubs and 1 indoor clubs here. Another good draw there from Lisa, holding 2 at the moment. As you can see, the marker's moved to the front of the head there, so once the shots have been declared, you can quickly make her way to the other end to keep the game flowing. and displaying 2 lollipops to show the 2 scores. Well, 2 shots, that is, to Lisa Bonsor of Spain.
Do you have the shot or not?
About a yard.
Try and turn one of ours over, Con. Get what you plays great. You get on to either one of ours, roll it in there, very good.
So lovely bowl there from Natalie. She was in the commentary box with me yesterday. She was good company, very knowledgeable, and best of all speaks with a soft Scottish accent, so I could understand her as well. Seems to be a few coughs out there. Sounds like an episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Made 2. So Josh is back in the commentary box after further delivery of tea.
That was a correction of previous delivery. Forgot the sugar.
Alright, delivery of sugar. Return of tea. Return of tea. Is that a sequel to the other one?
What, the Jedi? Return of the Jedi.
Alan doing the cameras, just looking on, wondering what's going on. It's getting to that time of day.
I do wonder if you two have been here too long.
It's getting earlier every day that this starts.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's probably last game the first day. But
Yep.
yeah, it's quite early today that it started. You can't look at us like that. We're sort of our own version of the 3 wise men. Bringing tea, cake and chocolate.
Natalie had room there to add another. If she's just outside of the, like she was about to finish just outside the pink bowl, I think she's fallen down. Lisa just removing the 2 bowls that she's given as shots to Natalie from Scotland and taking a look at whether the third one's in or not. Deciding between them, it's just 2 shots. So, score after 3 ends is 3-2 to Scotland, so leading by 1 point. Nice opening shot there by Natalie. It does help when you get them at the jack to find the weight more quickly, because you should in theory know where you've put it.
It's not how we play the game. Oh, you said in theory. Okay.
Yeah, that was in theory, and we have to rely on our lead putting it in the right place.
There is that as well.
Are you two both talking about me there?
Yep.
There might be.
You'll notice I pay as much attention to you and ear as I do during the games we play.
Yeah.
It's all true.
Yeah.
So we got 2 more days of group play before we then move into the knockout stages, and then the finals day on Saturday. Groups typically of groups of 5 or 6 players, so everyone's getting 4 or 5 games of singles and 4 or 5 games of pairs. So it certainly makes the trip to Guernsey worthwhile. Those that came a little bit earlier had a couple of days of practice on the rinks, and then an opening ceremony at the Royal Courthouse here in Guernsey, hosted by the bailiff, which is our leading citizen. Certainly tried to make this event as much of a spectacle as possible. Brilliant effort there by Lisa, just finding the gap between the jack and the bowl. Really unlucky not to rest the shot wood or pick up the jack there.
Your ball's in front. Right.
Well, I don't think she'll find the gap again now that bowl's coming to the line.
Backhand just over the weight.
Yep.
Couple of feet.
Might clip the jack if she gets down to it. If not, she's sitting the shot wood out.
I mean, backhand the worst is, well, if it's a couple of feet, she's not going to take her own out. Worst she'll do is sit on the back of the shot wood and do not a lot underneath it, make 3 shots, so worth a try.
go, one shot declared to Natalie McWilliams of Scotland. So she now leads 4-2 after 4 ends. The sound of the long tape there, reeling up, I suspect, from somewhere on the green. Or am I completely wrong? Yes. Oh yes, ring 5, just had a jack measure, that's okay. So you can also catch all the action from ring 5 over on the Guernsey Bowling YouTube channel, where we've got a static camera live stream of that rink. So 4 cameras overlooking the rink, so if you have a particular interest in Namibia or Guernsey, that would be a good one for you to check out. No commentary there, but just to allow you to view an extra rink. Good draw again there by Natalie. Decent shot, just through the jack.
The last roll, about a foot. A foot through.
So change of hands. Lisa could play either way. But, step back. Petal playing from Norfolk playing the other way.
Just slipped between the bowl and the jack there, unfortunately. Good effort.
So good to see people around in the stadium. A lot of them go upstairs. Best viewing point. See over the head, which is always good. Lets you see the other end a bit easier as well. So if you are listening to us on this stream but you are living in Guernsey, well, why not pop down and see the best bowlers in the flesh. You can feel the atmosphere and be part of the atmosphere. Be good to see you here. And get a cup of tea or a bar for an orange juice if that's your tipple.
Both players coming up to the head now. Natalie just considering who is shot bowl and best course of action here.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to stay.
No,
That's
no,
the
yeah,
definite.
we'd rather use it. Yeah.
Looking for the draw again. Yes, played up to it well.
I fancy my name, but I don't know if it's something.
Yeah. I don't want to say it for sure and then be wrong.
No, I'm not. But if I say that, then I can't.
So some of the other rigs in this session concluding now. For example, Guernsey's Rose Asia, I think, has managed to get past Namibia's Yvonne Olivier. Being if Yvonne picks up a 4 here, she'll be tied, and therefore the game will go to Rose, and that's of course being streamed on the other live stream. Calling on the umpire now here to make the decision about shots. So he'll measure around the 3 bowls and decide how many it is to Spain or Scotland.
Take that one out. That's super.
So we've just got a ticker on the bottom there, let you see what's going on across the rinks. I won't read them out. Let you do that yourselves.
So it looks like it was 2 shots there to Natalie McWilliams of Scotland. So she now leads 6-2 over Spain's Lisa Bonsor. So Lisa needing to score 4 shots over the next 2 ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little chuckle from about our cameraman there. He's can't remember what key to press.
I did wonder if he was going to sort of start lashing his head into the keyboard. Well, that's a very good draw there by Natalie, sitting just in front of the jack. Makes it difficult for Lisa. She does need to score this end for sure, if she's going to have a chance of winning the set. Just drifting through there.
Oh no, there's a gap like that.
Another good draw here by Natalie, certainly in the area, settling down well behind the jack. Not sure Lisa's allowed to visit here, but has done so. Perhaps she asked permission. She can with permission, absolutely. Just has to ask the marker. This is to make sure that games aren't unnecessarily delayed or lengthy. So, firing wood here from Spain. Plays the bowls, brings the jack out.
Good hit.
I think her wood there is also run through to be counting. Certainly close to it. I've not seen a lot of off-centred jacks across the rinks that we've been following. So, be interesting to see how they adjust to this. Certainly going to want to be well into rink 1 as they play down on this forehand side.
Well, she's giving it a bit extra grass. Possibly a fraction under it, under the line.
Be close. Could well have done enough for a shot there. Don't know.
It's close.
Yeah, Mark is also unsure, which gives me comfort that we can see fairly well from this position with the camera. Both players now coming down to the head to have a look. Potentially might give Lisa Bonsor of Spain another shot to play if she can bring in the her second big bowl by resting Natalie's last bowl through. Certainly going to be a forehand shot.
That's similar line to Natalie's, but
A little bit higher, I think.
it won't swing so much.
No.
Weight cost her there.
Umpire.
So Mark has been called on the umpire here to measure which bowl is shot. So Mark is assisting by holding the tape by the jack, and the umpires then going around to each of the bowls to see which one is closest. 1 shot there declared to Spain, following the measure. So, score is now 6-3 after 6 ends, so needs a 3 to draw or a 4 to win to Spain to in this last end of the set.
Is the top or bottom of it? Yeah.
So the marker there asking if the mat is on the tee, because the mat is incredibly close there. You can see in that picture there, perfect. Yeah, you can see how close that is to the minimum length spot. The mat, I assume, is a mat in front of the tee. It's typically where it's played from. Good starting bowl though, obviously found the length very well.
Slightly in front, about the ball in front.
So despite it being such a short jack, Natalie's actually dropped her first one a little way short there. No, the mat is right back, so the front of the mat's on the tee, so it certainly is a legal length jack there. Lisa working to make it 3 shots. Contact with her shot bowl. Hasn't moved it too far out, but has fortunately run on a little.
One down for sure, and measure after that.
So, our view a little obstructed by the player marker there. It's because the jack's quite a lot shorter than what we're used to seeing. Sounds like Lisa's made good contact with it. Rested her own, perhaps. And from this camera angle, we're just showing you the position of the mat there, so you can see the 2 side tees, which are going to be in line with the centre tee, which the mat's on. So the front of the mat's on the tee, which means that it's as far back as it will go. So the jack has passed the minimum length spot at this end, which means it is a legal length jack. So, good question from Karen there. Are players or markers allowed to measure for shots? So, players are entitled to measure, as long as both players are happy for that player to measure, so they can measure for shot. And then if they're not sure or not confident, typically they could ask the marker. However, in this case we have brought 4 international technical officials over from World Bowls to the event, so the markers are calling them on to do all the measuring, so they get a bit of use during the week. So typically you might see players go down for a fairly simple measure, but anything slightly more technical or controversial, they'll call in one of the umpires to measure.
Yeah, so Nicole, who's out there at the moment, for example, she is a qualified umpire. So under normal circumstances, we'll quite happily get down and measure. But just for this event, yeah, we said we stick with the ITOs.
So it looks like it was one shot to Lisa from Spain on that one, which finishes the first set 6-4. So a win there to Scotland. And we'll now move on to set 2. So because Scotland won that first set, they placed the mats and send the jack. Just being centred there for us. So for first bowl out there for Lisa's fairly good. Nicely adjusted to the weight there.
And there's confirmation of your first set. 6-4 to Scotland. Really good reply from Natalie. So just seen Pedal Jones from Norfolk walk past. She's just had a hard afternoon. Sarah Nichols from Wales has played well and won in 2 sets, won 2-0.
And immediately before that, was it a game against Guernsey and Sweden pairing? Or was that the session before? She certainly played that game today.
So cracking wood there from Natalie. And no need to be outdone by Lisa Bonsor.
was close there with a bit of weight down underneath the bowls. Almost caught the edge of it, which would have flipped the jack out though. I expect Lisa's going to look for something similar, being 2 down there and so close to the jack.
Well, got best back. I thought Lisa might play a bit more weight than that, but
Arriving into it though.
she's played her shot very well.
Yeah, picked her weight, played it well.
Excellent ball. Two conceded.
Change your mind. It's the same as last time. Like literally just there.
So we've got 2 games we were going to stream for you. We've got this one, which is Scotland, Spain, and then we're going to stream gents game, Wales, New Zealand. This one's running a bit late, and the other one has actually started a little early, so we can't do both at the same time. So we'll show you the second half of that other game. We'll finish this one off first. Apologies for that, folks, but with the schedule, I say with the schedule, but with the game overrunning, we'll stick with what we've got. Make sure we get you the finish of this one, and then we'll get you the second half and the finish of the other one.
Pardon? This one down to this one. That's
Good ball there from Natalie to cover that. Nicely sitting behind the jack.
So good one from Natalie again. Certainly asking questions of Lisa. Not a lot of room to draw that, but both in line. So not really a very big target either. So playing that weight. But pulled it a bit. So room for Natalie to draw. So for the three wise men, or non-wise men in the rabbit hutch, I was thinking we had the waffler, the mumbler, and the daydreamer, but Josh has had more food delivered, trying to make us envious. So maybe not the mumbler, maybe the muncher.
Yeah, no, I've taken a fancy to the two-day-old quiche that's been sat in the kitchen. So plenty of nice cake and food down at the Guernsey de Bowl Stadium. If you are in Guernsey, come down and have a cup of tea and a piece of quiche.
Fresh cake every day. Although the way he drinks his tea, instead of the muncher, he might be the slurper.
Might not turn up tomorrow. So sticking to these shorter length jacks by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So for our friends in the Falkland Islands who are asking about when Ollie's playing, he's on at meant to be 6:15 this evening. Trying to work out which rink he's on, rink 6. So I think they're fairly on time.
And that's a cracking wood from Natalie.
Good effort here by Lisa as well, just rolling up to it. Not quite making it there, but in the area. Going to keep the score down, important not to let the set run away. We are only 2 ends in.
If it sounds like raindrops, it's crumbs from Josh's quiche dropping on the microphone.
Oh, unlucky result there. Got into it, managed to catch the side of the jack. Looks like it's just nestled against Natalie's bowl though. If Lisa was a touch higher there, she'd have had a good result.
there should be enough room to get around the short one on the forehand. I presume it looks awkward. So she's gone backhand. It was going to be tight to it. Backhand does have more risk, easier to get to the head, but
Lucky she didn't move the jack there.
she
Thought that was going to go sideways.
not sure if she's turned her own out too far.
Lisa looking to draw another there on the backhand. Just wanted to be inside of those 2 bowls. So one shot blue. She's going to be on to Lisa Bonsor of Spain. Well, maybe that was the wrong coloured lollipop, perhaps, but one shot to Scotland, rather. Making the score 4-2 after 3 hands.
Don't worry, that wasn't Josh's stomach after all that food. Apologies for that. Just moving the camera around.
About a yard.
What's the gap between the last ball and the jack, please? What's the gap between the last ball and the jack? Thank you.
So, lots of other games ongoing as well at the moment. You probably heard the sound of Sandra Bailey and BE there asking some questions of her marker. So she's playing over on ring 3.
I think you've still got it.
Not 3. 4. But all of those live scores for all the games can be found on the World Bowls and Guernsey and the Bowling websites. And every now and again we'll run a ticker along the bottom of the screen, just giving you an update for those live scores of all the matches as we're seeing them here. A little more of a loose end from our 2 players in this matchup though. Nobody quite getting really close to the jack this end.
Silhouette in front of sea.
So it should be a fairly straightforward draw for Natalie. She's certainly got room, drawing much closer than the Shotwood currently is. Yeah, and you did a session with Natalie yesterday for the live stream.
Correct.
Any view or words of wisdom that you can bring from that preparation?
Myself and wisdom, that doesn't go in the same sentence.
She garnered nothing from her time in the rabbit hutch.
So she, when she started bowling, she did play with her brothers, and they're both very competitive. So she said sort of that's helped her game a lot. Plays a more aggressive game more generally, as we've seen this week. If there's a shot on to play a wood out or needs to open it up, she's not scared to try that. But as we've seen and proved, she can certainly draw it as well. Do I need to remember any more than that, or is that enough
No,
for
I
now?
think that's probably sufficient for now.
Thanks.
Give you time before the next snippet of information. Lisa's trying here, made it past her Shortwood. Oh, I don't know if she's looking for shot now, it's fallen back though. One given there to Spain.
I think if you manage this thing up, it was.
Yep, just the one, as I say there, if the ball had stayed up on its edge, it probably would have been in for a second. So it closes the gap slightly. Now 4-3 after 4 ends. 3 left to play in this set. Spain do of course need a win here to take the game to a tie-break. And just to mention, of course, if you were tuning in to watch the Wales-New Zealand game, that is ongoing, and we will be switching to that as soon as this match is finished. They're making their way through the first set, but with a rolling schedule, timings don't always work out perfectly for streaming. Given we're switching onto a different rink here, we're currently watching the Rink 2 match between Scotland and Spain. Rink 5 sees Wales against New Zealand. Wales currently 4-0 up after 3 ends, so we'll certainly catch them for the second set. And then we'll be staying on Rink 5 for the match thereafter. And the one after that, thrilling closer this evening, which is England's Harry Goodwin against Canada's Mike McNaughton. Before that, though, and after the Wales-New Zealand game, it will be Isaac of Malaysia against Joe Zaragoza of Malta. So a few interesting games still left today for you on the live streaming rink.
Yep.
Good effort here by Natalie. Look to make the correction from dropping it a yard short with her previous bowl. now just running a foot over, so nice position there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, reduced your gap.
So Lisa just overplaying that a little bit again, running through the head. Needs to really draw a shot here. Running out of ends in this set, in this restricted ends format of only 7 ends a set. You really need to stay on it and keep an eye on how many ends you have left, and really aiming towards the end of every set more than you would over a typical 21 end game. Probably less attrition here, more impact bowls. Both looking confused as to what I mean by that. So, 21 end game.
Attrition is too long.
Well, no, attrition is, scoring, end for end, 1 and 2s, slowly creeping the score up and getting a lead. Here, you need to take your opportunities to convert big shots and big counts, so that you can try and jump ahead of the opponent. More impactful bowling.
Very good. Good insight.
Good. I'm glad we are
Good insight.
understanding now. Lisa coming up to take a look at the head. Certainly got room there for a draw. This camera angle shows you what she can see from the map. Doesn't look easy to get the jack back. She has got the 2 backwards there, but very small target. Just scoring this end would do, so I suspect we'll see a draw.
Good try from Lisa, and threw a fraction too much. Could have easily sat the shot. Having a good look to see who's second.
There we are, culmination of that end. 2 shots to Scotland there, Natalie McWilliams. So, 1 end left to play. Two ends left to play. I did think we skipped ahead there. And had beaten you to the live score update.
Yep, she was too quick. I was trying to do it again.
So 3-shot lead to Scotland. Marker has, with the players, decided that the jack is not up. It is, of course, the responsibility of the marker to make sure the jack is a legal length.
Yeah, sometimes you will get a challenge from the players to say it's fine, but it's not that the marker is allowed or anything like that. It's the marker, if it's not up, must challenge it.
Yeah.
we said before, Nicole, good umpire, so she knows that. So 2 ends for Lisa. It's she wasn't under a bit of pressure before. It's there now. Have to score to stay in the game.
Needs to make 4 shots over those 2 ends if she needs to win this set to take a tie break. Well, take it to a tie break. To give you a bit of an update on the other match we are going to be streaming but have got slightly delayed in getting to. Wales are currently leading New Zealand 6-2 after 5 ends. So still a couple of ends left to play in that set, which should match off fairly well with the end of this game. So hopefully we can jump over to that rink and catch the second set between those two in the men's singles group stage. Nice ball there by Natalie, keeps the pressure up, draws one nice and close. Makes it harder for Lisa to get the 2 shots she needs.
Yeah.
Last ball in relation to Jack Lyson. The last ball played.
Close again, Natalie. Managing to drift round and up to her shot wood. That's quite loud, whatever that is.
So they might be starting some tap dancing above us.
We're tired out if they carry on at that rate.
There is a dance.
Either that or they're
tune,
not
yeah.
all in time. It's like a crescendo. Is that the right word? Decent bowl there by Lisa. Might have cut out one of Natalie's woods. Certainly gives herself an option on the forehand now to turn the jack. Okay, that's more intentional thudding from the dance hall above us. Much better. Actually, Natalie's bowl there makes it more difficult for Lisa to turn the woods onto the jack and spring it. Suspect she might. I reckon Ian stick to the same hand, play just inside her own.
Backhand, yeah.
Yep.
Making sure she's there. Flicks her own in, uses her own to come down. Inside for the jack clean. Anything a yard, make yourself 2. That's all you need at this stage. Anything up, you got a chance.
Yeah, she didn't like that from about halfway up.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
So calling the umpire on now to measure for one of the shots.
It looks like easy to just come in that side as well.
Oh, I just ran off the mat there, didn't I? Oh, I followed through, yeah.
So Lisa making her excuses, having run off the mat, she feels,
On that side onto the
therefore
jack.
pulling the ball tight.
Sitting so it's right either side of your goal.
You can probably hear them chatting over the
It's not as fast in my hand.
stream there.
I just keep feeling going, your goals seem to be brighter. I keep getting drawn thinking that's a shot, and when I really do just take them.
Can you do it a bit more?
I'm normally pretty good at it, yours, yeah. So one
So well, closest of those two was to Spain's Lisa Bonsor. It's like one blue indicated, although on to Scotland there.
So 1 to Scotland, 7-3. So even a 4 would tie the set for Lisa, but it would still be game to Natalie.
Good effort there by Lisa. Nice close second. Natalie's first wood sat just behind the jack. Well, playing more weight now. Might get a flick up. Did get a flick up, but not quite enough to make it to the jack or the shot bowl.
So one final visit from Natalie.
Shots do count in this format. If games 1 are drawn and sets 1 are drawn, then it will go down to shot difference. So they like to make sure that they're not dropping shots unnecessarily, and also play all the ends in a game.
So we put the score back up just the live scoring had just put it as 6-4 because the umpire did turn out the bowl of Spain, but they maybe hadn't realised that there was already one of Scotland that had been turned out. So the measure was not for shot, the measure was for second, which went Spain's way. So that's why we just put the correction back up so you can see.
And they will, to be fair, take some time over this last end, because if, say, two of the people have won the same number of games and there's a drawn set, then that'll be worth half as many set points as one set, so that could have quite an impact. So Lisa here still has the opportunity to draw the set. She should pick up a full count, playing a little bit of weight on the backhand. Certainly playing an aggressive line. Made contact with the target bowl, but not solidly enough, unfortunately, to cause it to move through the head and move the jack. So Natalie asking for one. I think that's been agreed. So we're going to leave it there for that one, and join you very shortly for the second set of Wales against New Zealand. Thank you for watching.